Rahim. Previously, we discussed the parameters and highlighted the issue of the global food needs. Now we will discuss the report of the Food and Agriculture Organization, which is stating that the world food population is in equilibrium with the world crops or food production. But this situation doesn't exist throughout the world. The second one or the next one is the world is producing enough food to eat to meet the hunger of the entire world, but this is not equal. In the case, somewhere it is produced in high amount while somewhere it is consumed in the high amount, because the production is high somewhere while the consumption is high in the other areas. Number third, land under cultivation. Most of the land which is cultivable have been brought under cultivation, and the land which is still barren or needs to be brought under cultivation needs a very huge expenditure, which in some cases is beyond the access of the control of the governments of the states, and this will also lead to the dislocation of the population and will lead to some political and social problems. This is a main problem which can prove a hindrance in its application. Next one is the seafoods. Seafoods have not been exploited properly. That is, the sea is providing a nutritious food for consumption to the population, but that have not been given due attention. There might be several reasons. That is the adoption of the technology, that may be the expenses, the illiteracy, and the lack of interest. Somewhere the population is increasing very high, but on the other hand, in those areas of the world, the production is the lowest. If the population is at highest, the production is at lowest rate. Developed countries, on the other hand, are producing more food than their requirements and are exporting it to the nearby countries or to the countries where there is hunger. But this is not the proper solution. The proper solution is that they may adopt the technology, the fertilizers, and manage their resources to increase the yield. But those countries which get the helps from those countries which receive helps from the developed world consider it as an opportunity and don't go for improving their yield. Rather, they wait for the next phase of the help to be received to them by the developed world. Where hunger is severe, fear of culture, tradition, customs, and illiteracy are high. If there is hunger, remember that there will be illiteracy, fear of violating or ignoring the culture, the customs, the tradition, and the hunger will increase. The basic thing which is feared is to ignore the culture, is basically to control their population by birth control, but they don't go for it because of their illiteracy and because of the fear which they feel from the culture, from the customs, from the traditions. If production is low, if the production is low, it can be increased by several methods. That is, to improve the transportation, the communication, the processing techniques, its storage techniques, its preservation, and preparing different products from it, and to provide it in the areas where it can't reach in fresh form. Growth increases if local population is given the opportunity of the right over their production. In many countries of the world, if the opportunity is given to the population about their production, that they have the right over them, they will focus on increasing their production. The prices are controlled generally in most of the cases by the federal or the central government, except few local commodities. So due attention is required, and the interest of the government machinery is required in this regard to provide the commodities to all the citizens at their doorstep, appropriate and proper price, with some subsidies to solve this issue. This was all about in the lecture. If you have any confusion or if you have any suggestion, I will appreciate. Thank you.